All right, girls, thank you so much for joining me. Happy February. Can you blink? I feel like this year is going to go so fast, and it's time flies when you're having fun, right? That's what I keep reminding myself. I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Well, lots of things for you. And then I wanted to save time at the end for questions. Of course, as I'm going, y'all know how to raise your hand officially in Zoom land. So feel free to raise your hand because I'm just going to power through this because I got lots of stuff for you. All right. Just needed to breathe a minute. I came in right from track practice, y'all. We're just, woo, let's roll. So as the Sparkle vice presidents, the SVPs, sales vice presidents, our official title. We get together once a month, and we met with Jen last night, and gosh, it was almost a 2-hour meeting of just kind of, okay, what next? And we've all been in massive reactive mode. Like, oh my goodness, how do we keep our head above water? What do we do here? And now really wanting to shift in February to proactive. What do we do? What are the rails we want to have our gals run on? And so many of us came in so hard and fast. And there was, for so many of us, we had to make money out of the gate. There was, I've told you all my story. I felt like my husband had died and left me with no life insurance. Like I got kids to feed. So it was kind of boom, let's go. And it's, oh my gosh, y'all, we're going to end our January double and then some, our best month from 2020. Double and then some, a J month, January, with about a third of y'all knowing which end is up. So it's so exciting to see what God can do even with that. And as J-Bo keeps saying, oh goodness, knowledge on ice, or passion on fire is better than knowledge on ice. And we have definitely had some passion on fire. So now I'm excited to just like, okay, here's some rails to run on. So our focus majorly is a 6 booking lineup. And those of us coming from Premier, all y'all, know the value of the momentum that is caused by kind of clustering some shows. And I'm going to say 6 shows in 5 weeks. There is massive momentum. And that's when this business gets easy, is when, boom, you're not having to stop and ask for shows and ask for shows and ask for shows and ask for shows. It's kind of this, boom, I've got 6 shows on the calendar, and now I'm learning how to get shows from those shows to keep this ball rolling forward, that I'm at least booking 1 party from every party. I mean, I promise you, you book 1 party from every party, you will never, ever run out of business. But I tend to find most people, now Facebook, it's messed all that up a little bit, but for me in real life land, they needed 2 months before they do that party with me. Now, Facebook has compressed that a little bit, but most people don't want to book for next week. I mean, I haven't found that. They're still wanting a little bit of time to get their legs under them and figure out what they're doing with it. So having that 6 booking lineup, and we're going to hear Park Lane, that is their term, 6 booking lineup, 6 booking lineup. You might have seen it when you signed up. They wanted you to put your 6 booking lineup in there. And this is what keeps us from becoming a company of kidnappers. Y'all know what a kidnapper is, right? We pay their $99 and they take their kit and they run, which, I mean, that's better than any cart you're going to build for them, right? But the downside is if she doesn't get qualified, she's just not been a hostess for you. So I'm just going to, right there, if she full on says, I don't want to sell anything, then you have her be a hostess and she can have a show every quarter. She'll have more free jewelry than she's going to know what to do with, right? If she outright says that to you. So that 6 booking lineup, that can be 2 launch parties, which I highly recommend. We all had people who couldn't make the first one, right? So have a second one on the calendar. Boom. Oh, you can't make Sunday night? Fantastic. I've got another one Thursday. Right? Boom. Right there. Now, maybe your upline helps you with that first one, with you ready to do that second one yourself. And then looking for 4 more. So looking at what's that 5-week period going to be, trying to get 6 shows. Now, those of us who already are past our qualification period, whatnot, looking at your calendar. Do you have 6 parties lined up in the next 5 weeks? And that is what it's gonna, okay, Lisa, you got some homework. So I'm gonna talk through how to make that happen here in just a second. But that's when this business gets easy and gets fun, and you start, the only thing holding you back at that point is the time that you can invest in it. And there's something magic about the confidence that plays into that when you're staring at a full calendar, and the confidence it gives you as a businesswoman. If you know, like, my gas tank is full, and that's what you look at your calendar. Am I running on empty? Do I even go to the grocery store if I don't have money to put gas in my car, right? Or, bam, I got 6 parties on the calendar. Like, we operate mentally in a different space. So I really want to challenge you for that. And you've got people you can call in favors. And just like Premier, if you do a show and don't get bookings, you need to talk to your upline. You're doing something wrong. This business duplicates itself. And it is, I mean, now it could have been nobody came. Okay, if no other person comes to that party, it's going to be very hard. Now, maybe that hostess will rebook. But other than that, I mean, it's a numbers game, like it always was in Premier. And I'm starting to see that. I've had two not my own shows, and it really is a numbers game. I had 22 gals in one of the groups, and 8 watched the live, and 3 gave me a wish list, and those 3 all ordered, which I hadn't seen before. Normally I have about half. If I get 10 wish lists, I get 5 orders. From those ones that ordered, or of the 3, I got 1 booking. Now, what I have not done yet, and something that I started with this very last show, and I had heard it at the Sparkle Convention, was having your hostess set up a messenger chat individually with every person that had been on the live. So looking at that as your checkout time. And so boom, she did, there's 8 people right in there for me to start the conversation back and forth with them. Now I had put the carrot out, hey, the next 3 people that tell me they want to get on my calendar, they're going to have $100 in free jewelry at their party. And I got 1 to bite. Now the homework. I need to check back in with each one. What's holding you back from having a party? Not, do you want to have a party? Because that's a yes or no answer. What's holding you back? Oh my gosh, Jill, I'm completely slammed right now. I just da-da-da-da-da and work and da-da-da. Well, girl, what about something in April? Susie still gets a bonus if you book in April. Or my April's wide open. You can get the pick of the litter. Right? So what's holding you back from having a show, and for you to come alongside her. And I used to joke that I put on my Scooby-Doo hat, right? They solve the mystery, right? What is the mystery that's keep her from having a show? And for you to come alongside, oh, Jill, I just don't know that many people. Well, would you know 5 people? And we'll do a huge bring a friend incentive. I'll do a drawing for something super sparkly for everyone who gets a friend on the live call. You could do that, right? Like, oh my goodness, now we have 5 friends and they each have 5 friends. That's a great party. So it's not that they can't tell you no, it's that your job is to find out what's holding them back. I mean, I have found, and y'all, I did almost 1,000 parties with Premier, and for you to come alongside her and help her figure out how. Jill, none of my friends are on Facebook. Okay, let's do Zoom. Oh, you do Zoom parties? Well, you said 3 times in your Facebook Live you do Zoom parties, but they only remember 5% of what they hear, right? So that, or she was getting a cup of coffee while you were talking about, or another glass of wine while you were talking about your Zoom parties, right? So that is our homework, and coming alongside, empowering them that they too, or her thinking, oh my God, I mean, if she's at a show and there's 30 people watching the live, she's like, I don't even know 30 people, right? Like, she's freaking out. And you're like, oh, no, you don't have to have 30 people. We can, or she kept hearing you talk about 10 orders. And she's like, my friend, I don't have 10 friends that would order. Or she thinks she doesn't have 10 friends. Does that help? just to really to walk in confidence, and it's your job to come alongside her. And honestly, here is the key in this business, and I've seen it over and over and over, is you have to pull you out of the equation. It's not what's best for you, it's what's best for her. And if she's like, you know, Jill, I'm having a hysterectomy next week, and then my husband has to have his leg amputated, and then in 3 weeks I've got blood. Please don't have her do a Facebook party this weekend. That is not serving her. That is serving you. I know you want to get qualified, but she's going to have sitting in a bed for a while, recovering from that hysterectomy. Let's do something fun, you know, when she's feeling up to it, and her friends are going to want to love on her. Does that make sense? All right. I love that you're muted, but I hate that I get no feedback.
Jill, what is the meeting?
One more time, Dana.
What is the meeting?
Okay, you keep blipping out on
the meeting code.
The meeting code. 510-762-4031. Password Park Lane. Is it a capital P or lowercase? Capital P on Park Lane.
Capital P. I'm going to interrupt and just remind everyone, if they put it in their phone, they always have it. So it's under your name. I have your Zoom code and your password.
Jill, I hit something. There we go. One of the things that I hated about Premier towards the end.
Okay. So ITC is what we used to call New Jeweler Orientation, and JO, Initial Training Class. That's the one that JBO did with all of us back in December. JK put it on the Trello board to send that to your new gals. And you can rewatch the ITC. So having your new gals focus on the 6 booking lineup, really coach her to that, have her watch the initial training. All right. Key West. Who is excited? I'm excited about Key West, as you saw maybe in the video. And we are starting a separate Facebook group. I know. But we just didn't want to overwhelm the Team Sparkle group if your head was not in the game to get to Key West, because it's a big jump. It's doable, but it's a big jump. So make sure, join that group. We're going to have our senior divisions and above training in there, giving ideas. Every Friday is going to be accountability check, and you get to flash us with your tracker. And we'll cheer each other on, and the camaraderie that's going to come from that, and then getting to celebrate together in Key West is going to be probably the sweetest trip we've ever been on, when we finally actually get together again. So we'll talk in that Facebook group, how to set yourself up for success, what you're going to need to do, how to pace yourself. We're in for a marathon, girls, a 4-month marathon, and what to do with that. So join that Key West group if that is something. If you're on the fence about it, let's talk. Because what's the worst thing that happens? Is you don't qualify. Thank you, Shelly. You make some money on the way to just missing going to Key West. Oh, I finished with 39,000 points. I mean, come on, y'all. It is a win if that inspires you, motivates you, gets you excited. I mean, Key West GA, but along those lines, fundraisers, and putting it in your crock pot. My goal has always been to have 1 fundraiser a month. And I am dialing up the intentionality of that even more so with Park Lane's fundraisers. I have not done a fundraiser yet, and one of the sales vice presidents is going to do a training video in Team Sparkle about the details on that fundraiser. So the key is it has to be a 501c3, it has to get approved by customer service, and it takes about a 48-hour turnaround to make that happen. There's also no hostess benefits with a fundraiser, which honestly, the fundraisers that I did that were really successful, the hostesses felt weird about taking the free jewelry. They're like, we told all my friends, and oh my goodness, anyway. Michelle, question. I love your hand.
Thanks. So yeah, my question is, They don't have the hostess specials, but do they run the customer specials during the fundraiser?
I don't think so.
That might
I'm
be hard then.
right. I'm not sure.
Okay.
So that I'm going to find out who's in charge of our fundraisers. And yeah, customer specials.
Yeah, because I think I read something about, oh, I don't know if I'm echoing, about it's 50% of the retail, like when they buy retail.
Well, and it could be that they only make 50% from the net sales, not the non, which I would hope. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. All right, get your calendars out. So Team Sparkle, we kind of sat down and put a very intentional every week, and and everyone picked Monday nights. So we're going to need to move our weekly phone call, which I'll tell you about in just a second, because Monday nights are really good, apparently. So the first Monday of every month, Jennifer Keller is going to do a team mega show. And of course, very intentional on that because it falls within the level 1 of the RRC. So here's the deal. If you are comfortable going live with your people want to see you. And I would do it in your VIP group. Have a mega show in your VIP group once a month. So that Jennifer's really like, if you feel like you need training wheels, or you feel like for whatever reason, or you're out of town and you don't want to bring all your stuff, schlep it with you. Like, I would use JK as a backup. Like, as you're working with your VIPs, as you're cultivating that, they want to know you. I mean, the social media training that Park Lane had done for us was along those lines. But that's another opportunity for your new jewelers as they're getting up and starting to get confident with that. But that's going to be the first Monday night of every month. The third Monday of every month is branch up training. So this is for all of those fashion directors. We're going to do this every single month. How do they promote? How do they start getting into leadership, start making that downline commission? Something that's very different in Park Lane is you do not make commission on the people you sponsor until you branch up. You see what I did with the pencil there? We got to get you branched up. On the fourth Monday of every month. Oh, Laura, sorry.
What time are these meetings?
They are at 7 p.m. Central.
Both the mega show and the branch up?
Yes, they're going to be at 7 Central, so 5, 6, 7, 8. Who do we appreciate? Team Sparkle. Okay. The fourth Monday night of the month is going to be our Team Sparkle big training. Something that we're going to change is we're going to have very limited questions, just because there was 4 pages of people, very limited questions. If you have a question, you'll put it in the chat box. We'll have a moderator who will maybe allow 1 or 2 of the questions. She'll read them to the speaker. Then we're going to have an after party. So just like we did with the Sparkle Convention, because here we're at a smaller group, so we can have more time to chat, more time to interact. It'd be like going out to dinner as a team after training. So that's what we kind of likened it to, and we're calling it the after party. So whatever time that ends, we'll jump over here and spend another 30 minutes or so, if even that long, chatting. Now, that said, February training is Lisa Tallarico, and she is our fashion guru. So she is going to dial it all up. She knows all her designer jewels and jewelry and whatnot. So it's going to be 30 to 45 minutes of just great fashion. Hopefully. I know it will be. Martha.
Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, the after party after the Team Sparkle training, is that your group? Okay, thank you.
That will be us right here. So whatever time that ends, we'll just jump right over. And I'm going to remind you guys this in our Jill's Team Sparkle thread, and for you to remind your teams.
Okay, thank you.
Then the fifth, of course, then the fifth Monday of the month, which happens about every 3 months or so, will be the destination division. So that division, so we go fashion stylist, branch, area, division is that fourth level. And that's really kind of starting to bump you into like the 1 or 2 diamond level in Premier. So destination division about once a quarter, how to promote to that level. Martha, did you still have a question or you forgot to lower your hand? It's okay. All right. Then did you see we're going to have weekly Sunday night OPs. Carol and Roland Davis started a weekly Facebook group. Does anyone remember the name of it? Yes, Lisa. I wish I could read lips. We can't hear you.
Grow your sparkle team.
Grow your sparkle team.
Mhm.
Grow your sparkle team. So go ahead and jump in on that. What's going to be neat about it is it's just the same group and we'll just keep adding people to it. So your gals are going to get dripped on. And we know, from Premier, most people took about 4 months to make a decision. So there'll just be an OP in there every week and different this and different that in there. And Carolyn, I think, is going to moderate that group. Grow your sparkle team. So if you're not feeling comfortable sharing how all of this stuff works, you can tap into that. Okay. One of the things that we're going to change is how we're doing recognition. Sweet Jennifer Keller is getting overwhelmed. So the new system at division and above, and I let those of you know that are division and above, like to put that kind of on you. So you get to recognize your teams if you're a division leader or above, and really looking at 2 times a month, the first time being that second Friday of the month when level 1 of RRC comes out. And here's where if you have, we're just going to call her your mom above you, who's the division leader above, it's okay to let her know. Guess what, Mom? I hit level 1 of RRC. I'm going to show you here in a second how to do that. Level 1 of RRC, to recognize her in Team Sparkle and on her personal page. Say something sweet about her, put her mugshot on there, whatever mugshot you got as your Facebook profile, I'm gonna assume you like it because that's what I'm using. And yes, I know I need to update mine with some sparkling jewelry. So I just haven't been in that space yet. Then the end of the month, again, looking at that Rich Rewards Club. So we're going to keep driving y'all to the Rich Rewards Club. I earned $1,150 in free jewelry last month. Thank you, Lord. I mean, it's crazy, you guys. Like let's just aim for that every month. Anyway, so doing that for your gals at the end. Now, of course, getting qualified. That's a gigantic first step in all of this. Let your mom know when you get qualified. I wish we had a widget. I want y'all to have a widget. I wish I could see your widget. Premier spoiled us with the widgets. But the way to do that is when you click into your dashboard, it says your personal retail, and then right underneath it, it says view more. And it shows every single week what your personal retail has been. And your first 5 of those, add them up. If they hit 1,000 net plus non, you're qualified. So we have given them many a clue. Make it a queue that starts filling up. That was my idea. But and then let your mom know that you qualified so we can recognize you for that. And that's another thing we want to do on Team Sparkle and your personal page. So here's where, don't be, if I missed it, I'm really sorry. And you just let me know because I want to do that for you and I want to be proactive, but that is a piece that I'm still slightly reactive on. So, but I want to recognize you and your friends and family need to see you being successful. So is that okay? Can you agree to love me even if I missed the cue by your name? Okay. Valentine's Day, promote that Sparkle Box subscription, y'all. This is a win-win. Oh my gosh, what? 3 months, 6 months, like, how much do you love her? I think it should be a 12-month. She needs to know every month how much you love her. I would start making that a big deal. And personally messaging. I mean, yes, you can put it in your VIP group, but you and I know you get so much better if you personally message. Do a green light challenge, and every one of your guy friends that comes up, hey, you need some help with Valentine's Day this year, you got to check out our Sparkle Box subscription. Boom. The Birthday Bling Club. So this was something that Jennifer had massive success with in Premiere. She did a Birthday Bling Club. She did 2 a month with Premiere, because then she would submit it as a show. The beauty of Park Lane is it automatically gets processed. And she's doing a purchase 2 and give you $10 off your order. Purchase 2 items and she's going to give you $10 off. And the way she's doing that is she's Venmoing them $10 because she doesn't want to mess with doing it in the back office. She wants to get it to them immediately. And it's so easy now to shoot them $10. So purchase 2, I'm going to give you $10 off. And then why not treat yourself to 4 items at half price? Give yourself a little birthday present, 4 items at half price. All right, the last thing I have for you, Facebook shows. And Kristen Lofgren just let this slip last night, and we all went, what are you talking about? What? She's like, okay, this I guess is a big deal. On her Facebook parties, she does an RSVP celebration. Everyone that's accepted the invite to the group, she does a post and tags all of them in it. So excited to have you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to have a ball. I felt like I kind of ran into a 2x4. Like, why wouldn't we do that? The other thing she does, and a lot of us do thank you for your order kind of posts, but she does an order celebration. She screenshots their order. She doesn't show the total, but she circles how much money they saved. So she screenshots it with it saved with a graphic of thank you for your order, with a comment, oh my gosh, you're going to love the bell earrings, blah, 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 rose gold sew in right now. Like massive order celebration, every order that comes through. Whew. So that's all I got for you today. Any questions, comments, concerns? Martha. And here's where I'm gonna, if you need to jump off, that's all I have. If you need to jump off and get ready for the mega show in 28 minutes, I'll stay here for about 15 minutes longer than I need to remind my people to. But go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Just real quick. Can you do a Zoom and a Facebook at the same time? I mean, can you have a Facebook Live and put it over Zoom too, both at the same time?
You
saying
actually, so Evelyn Mendez, she did you can Zoom and stream it into your Facebook group. I do not know how, and I don't know if you have to have a certain level of Zoom to do that. But Evelyn would love to help you. She's just such a sweet helper gal that way. So she's part of Jill's Team Sparkle in California. Evelyn Mendez, Mendez. So I can't, you know what? She meant to do that with her launch party and forgot to hit stream. So she knows how to do it. So that had been her intention.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Because I have some really, really supportive customers. Well, they're Premier customers that don't have Facebook. And so I want them to come to my launch.
Well, you know what I would do, Martha, is why don't you and I will do your launch with Facebook and then you do a second Zoom launch.
I was wondering about that too.
I think that would be fantastic. Nancy Gerald was on the call last night, and some of y'all might remember her. She was one of the top retailers in Premier for a long time. She loves Zoom. She's like, I feel like I'm sitting in the living room. The tab, you can't control it like you can a Facebook, because obviously it's just you. But if you know it's I've enjoyed my Zoom parties too. Any other questions? All right, Judy.
Am I unmuted?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay. I'm really good at watching Zoom. Is it hard to learn how to do Zoom
Super
from the other
easy.
side?
Super, super easy. And that's where get yourself. So if you do not have a subscription, they cut you off at 40 minutes. And it's the first person to jump on is when the time starts. So if you got you an early Nancy, she's on 10 minutes before the show starts, then boom. It's $15 a month. Yeah. So that for me, obviously it's a business expense for me.
Yeah, is the $15 a month when they cut you off, or is that it's
No,
the
it's
free one?
free. It's free. They cut you off at 40 minutes. $15 a month. I think it's nearly unlimited. I think I can have 100 people on the call.
Okay, that actually makes sense, because then you could do personal consultations on Zoom too.
You can do so much with it. Yep. And especially if it's
I
like
just need a
that.
better camera.
Well, and
This
here's
camera
where
is not that great. Well, I tried putting jewelry up to it. Yeah, not so good.
my phone camera is so much better for the jewelry. And I will say the 3 launch parties that I've done on Zoom, when it came time to talk jewelry, I shifted to Zoom on my phone. So you can get Zoom on your phone, and
Oh,
it's
that's
going to
right.
be that crisp, clear video quality, because it's tough to see, holding it up to the camera on your laptop. But I like to see everybody's faces, where on your phone you only get the 4 in the screen. So, but it was pretty, once you know what you're doing, and I would practice it, kind of like that share cart situation. So, but it was, within 10 seconds, boom, I was back up and on, and we finished it out, the jewelry section of her party with a really good camera. Otherwise, you really can't show very much because it's just frustrating. Nobody wants to watch that. All right, Martha, your hand.
I really do have another question.
Oh, good. I was like, oh, we'll see.
Telling us all these Monday meetings, what about our Monday meeting?
Very nice segue. You get a star for the day too. How about Wednesday? No go. So that is, yes, ma'am.
I think that might be difficult with everybody trying to close out shows on Wednesday.
And I have church on Wednesday, and I have another business call on Wednesday.
Okay. Dana, why did we not say Tuesday?
Because that's a show night. People do shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Sundays.
Saturday morning?
My Saturdays are sports.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so slammed, unless my sweet West Coast friends wanted a 6 a.m. And you don't want to see me at 8 a.m. either.
Jill, could we look at just going longer on Monday? So we do one at, well, I don't know what that does to the East Coast though. Do one at 5 and one at 7 Pacific. So where does that put? That's like 10 or
That's 10
11
on the
or
East Coast.
something. Yeah, sorry. I used to be an East Coaster, and now that I'm a West Coaster and I sleep in, my whole world has changed.
Lisa, and then Michelle.
What about, you didn't say anything in reference to the second Monday of the month.
Well, and that might be, if we have our big team spark. Okay, Lisa, I am tracking with you. This might be a solution. So we stop meeting weekly and we go to bi-weekly. So we have the second Monday of the month for us, and then the fourth Monday of the month we do our after party. Are we ready for that?
I'm good with it.
Oh, Lara says no.
No.
Yes? Oh, Lourdes says yes. Lara, talk.
I am new to all of this, so maybe
Amanda said yes.
maybe I just need more hand holding.
Okay. Michelle.
I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here for the West Coast, because we're saying that all the meetings are at 5 o'clock, but if people actually have real jobs too, they're not going to be home at 5 o'clock.
Right.
Is there a way to push it to 5:30 so we're not pushing it too far, but at least allows some people to get home from work?
So if we did a 7:30, the second Monday night of the month?
Yeah, but I'm talking about all the other meetings too.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? I wonder.
I thought that they were at 5:30, all the other ones.
You said 5 o'clock, and if that's 5 o'clock Pacific time, nobody's going to be home from work. I work a real job, so I work Monday through Friday. 2 of the days I work from home, but not everybody has that ability. And so if they're actually at a real job that's an 8 to 5 job, there's a potential for them getting home at 5:30, or at least getting into the meeting a little bit late versus really late, or not at all.
Right. They are all recorded yet. So I wonder why Jen did the mega show at 5:30, but then everything else is at 5. So I will reach back. I think there's a piece of it of the branch up training. I mean, those are an hour. The Team Sparkle's an hour. And so now they're starting at 8:30 and it's going from 8:30 to 9:30. I know it's so hard, and I will tell you, the time change has been trying to deal with all the time zones. It's tough. All right, but I will bring it to the Sparkle SVPs to see if we could bump it 30 minutes. Because there is I get it. There's a big difference between 5 and 5:30. And honestly, 7:30 is way better for me. Okay. I will bring that up to them. All right. Anything else?
So what is it we have now? What are we looking at?
So right now, well, for February, and you'll notice Jennifer's so great. She did her the banner on Team Sparkle, and you can't see this, is all of the important dates for the month. So next Monday at 5 o'clock is the area and division leader training. At 5 o'clock for areas and divisions. Then the 15th is the branch up training. So we flipped it around a little bit this month. And then the 22nd is the Team Sparkle training.
So what will happen? When are we having Zoom?
When are we having what?
Jill's Zoom.
Jill's Zoom.
You said the second?
Right.
Monday.
So come March, it'll be the second Monday. But next week, it's the area and division leader training. I need that too. Do we back it?
Wait.
So I know I just told you all of those Mondays of the month, and now I realize that that is not the case for February. That's what it's going to be for March going forward. I'm sorry.
The second Monday of February, they're doing the branch up or the destination division?
Destination division.
And then they're going to do it again on the 5th Monday?
We don't have 5 Mondays in February.
So they just decide to put it on the second one.
Right.
Okay.
Because we were free. Yeah. Then the 3rd Monday will be branch up, and the 4th Monday will be the Team Sparkle. Since we haven't had one of those yet, I think is a piece of it too.
So have we decided anything for Jill's Team Sparkle for February?
What if we do this? What if for February we bump it to Wednesdays? Just to give one more month for anybody else who needs their handheld. Laura, I'm not looking straight at you. But anybody else who needs that and it is, I think when you're new and you're bringing on someone new, but we're going to get to the place where that's not going to be the case. So what if I shift it to Wednesdays and then come March, we shift it to the second Monday? Would that be okay, Shelley? And they will be recorded. So we'll post the recording.
Do whatever you have to do. I mean, I can always go back and watch the recording, so that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Laura, just call me. I will walk you through whatever you need anytime. We end up talking longer than we should, but just call me. I'll take you through what you need. Right, Lisa?
Michelle, I see your hand.
So just really quick, 15 minutes till the show starts. And then I would also recommend maybe just put a little list together and post it for us. So that
I will do that. Yes, ma'am. Where is everybody? All right, you guys, well, let's jump on that mega show. Even if you don't have guests on there, I'm just going to highly recommend watching it. Watch it with a critical eye of, how is she doing this? I mean, she just makes it look so easy. And, think about her transitions, the lighting, how she's holding the jewelry to the camera, like all of these things. It's a great learning tool for all of us. So, and I just, FYI, a little embarrassed this weekend, my great black top that I was showing my rosewood necklace on up to the camera. My sweet hostess snapped a screenshot. She's like, Jill, I think you need a lint roller on your black top. I mean, it didn't look that bad in my lighting, but apparently all the way up on the camera, and the photo was awful. I looked like I hugged my dog in that shirt for about 45 minutes. Lord, y'all. So I'm just living proof if I can do this. Truly.
Yeah, I flipped my camera off accidentally on my Facebook Live this week. I was trying to see where the comments were, and I guess I was doing it on my phone, so there wasn't a whole lot of room. And next thing I know, I'm looking at my room, and the last thing it says before the video, and it was like, uh-oh. So I had to jump back on and
totally. We're all learning. We're all learning.
I got back on and said, you don't have to be perfect to be a jewelry lady. I'm living proof.
Yeah. Keeping it duplicable, of course. You don't even have to have a lint roller to be a jewelry lady. So, all right, kids, go and jump on. I just looked at Michelle and said, Michelle's Facebook party. Michelle, you're having a mega show for us tonight. Here.
Awesome. Do I get all the credits?
Yay,
Michelle.
All right, y'all. I will see you next week, and have a great week. Thanks for jumping on here.
We'll see you in a few minutes.
Is it next Monday or Wednesday?
It'll be next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. Okay.